grew up in a Christian family, and my parents, we all went to church, and they took me to church since I was little. And I knew all about God and about Christianity and Jesus and all those things. And the way I lived my life in that time was in sort of a different way that I live it now. Now that I really met Jesus, and when I realized, he helped me realize what this life is really about, and having this life with him and a constant relationship with him, and it put a completely different light to my life and into the way I look at things and that I look at life. So then I met Jesus, and my life changed, and along this way in this life I got a helper, which is a Bible. It's a book that I need in my life. It's sort of my mirror where I stand in front of, and there's a thing or place that I can use to see where am I standing in my life, what am I doing, am I on the right way in this life that I've chosen to live, and just use it to encourage myself, or just to live this life the way it's good. I love to read my Bible in the mornings, but sometimes I miss reading my Bible because you get rushed up, you're late with some things you have to do, and in those cases I found things that can help me read my Bible regularly. It's like daily devotionals are very helpful, and they can help me follow up each day to concentrate to a passage to get a better picture, view of it. And the thing I especially love is to write down a favorite verse for that day. Let's say it's a verse that spoke to me the most, and I write it down and I keep it with myself through the whole day, just keeping in my head. For a new Christian, Bible can be a very confusing book because there are parts in Bible like Gospels and Epistles and Revelation. And when I started my relationship with Jesus, I started with Gospels because I found it a good place to really get to know Jesus through his life here on earth and through all the everyday things that he dealt with, the same things that we come across in our everyday life. So yeah, I believe it's good just to go through it, just to read the stories and just see how Jesus dealt things in everyday life, just things that we come across with. It can be very helpful. I started living my life with God, and the picture that I had of God was like he's someone who is very strict, and the Bible is full of rules, like you should do those things, you mustn't do those things. And when I came to know Jesus and to have my relationship with him, he enlightened all those words I was reading and understanding, and more and more I was reading the Bible, I was more understanding how merciful and loving Jesus was, and some verses that sounded so strict, I started looking at them in the light of grace. And like in Ephesians, we know that we are saved by grace and not by what we do, because in my life I thought everything I wanted to ask of God, I had to earn it first so that I could receive it from God, but that's not grace. When I read my Bible, I love to go just through the whole book And so in that way I get a better picture of what is it really about. At the moment my favorite book is Book of Romans, and I love it because there is my favorite verse in Romans 8:32. It says that when we got Jesus Christ, how come we won't get anything else from our God? So it's really encouraging to just live this life in a way of freedom and just enjoy the love of God and enjoying this life. To me, Bible is something like a guidebook through this life. It's more like a manual to this life, because I come to Bible to examine myself to see where I stand with my life comparing to Bible, because I believe the Bible is source of truth for me and for my life.